Hey YouTube, how's it going? So, it's been so fucking long since I made my last video, it's ridiculous. I've started playing on a new Wrath of the Lich King. When I say new, it's new to me. Wrath of the Lich King progressive server. So, for those of you that have played the Warmane progressive server, that's released, I think it's over the course of a year. Every 3 months they release new raids. So in the first 3 months you can get straight to level 80 and do the first raids, if I remember correctly. This server is a little bit different. Oh, it would go straight behind the fucking tree, wouldn't it? Really? I clearly just chose the most awkward wolf to attack. So the way this server works is, when it was first released, the level cap was actually level 19. So it's a lot slower than Warmane's progression or progressive server. So everybody could reach level 19 and that was it. You had to, figure out what your best in slot for level 19 was. And I believe the server admins were actually doing like custom bosses, like custom wild bosses for people to kill. Because obviously if it was just level 19 cap, it would, there's not a huge amount for you to do at that level. But it does mean that people then try the more difficult dungeons with that level 19 cap to get the slightly better gear. And at the moment the level cap is level 59. So the idea for this mage is essentially I'm going to play through 1 to 59 and sort of basically show off what this server's all about. So far I'd say it's one of the best Wrath of the Lich King servers that I've played on in terms of there's not that many bugs, it runs quite smoothly. I've never noticed the server being down. I'm sure it's been down at points where I've just not been logged in, but the uptime for the server's been really good so far. I'm just checking what quests to do next. And there's this server does have a recruit a friend system as well. So if you did want to join this server with a mate, you can both create a create a character together, and then essentially recruit each other. It doesn't, take someone with a veteran account to recruit someone else. You can both have brand new accounts and recruit each other. And if you do that, you get permanent rested experience all the way to level 49. So it's essentially permanent rested experience to the previous bracket. So when I actually made my account, the maximum level was 49. So my double rested experience worked up until level 39. But then about 2 or 3 days into the into me playing this and using the recruit a friend system, they released the new bracket, which meant the permanent rested experience went up another 10 levels all the way to 49, because the max level was 59. So you don't need to worry about timing it correctly. It'll, if you've done it early, it will just killing the wrong kobolds. You don't need to worry about joining too early and then wasting 10 levels of rested experience. But yeah, having permanent rested is really, really nice. It does speed it up a little bit. It's still pretty quick anyway, seeing as it's Wrath of the Lich King. The first 60 levels in this game are very quick anyway. It's a good start going for the wrong mob straight at the beginning. The bonus, or sorry, the permanent rested experience will last until you've got one character to level 49, and then it essentially just turns it off for all of your characters, and you'll just have a level and a half worth of rested experience to use up as, you know, as normal. I'm going to need to buy some water because it is going to get a little bit annoying. Oh, I also didn't buff. So one macro actually that I'm going to make for this is a start attack macro. Even though it's a caster, it's nice to have the to have your auto attack going, because it will actually attack sometimes if you're standing right next to a mob. You can sometimes hit them with your staff, and it's just, I don't see the point in not doing it, because it's only extra damage. It doesn't interrupt the spell cast or anything. It's just a little bit of extra damage. So that's those sorted. What I'll probably do is go back over to McBride and get my spells. I think it should be Frostbolt at level 2, if I remember correctly. So this is a PvE server. There's not really, well, I haven't really noticed any world PvP. You can of course turn your PvP on, and then players of the opposite faction can attack you. But I've only ever seen that once. It's a lot more focused around working together with the opposite faction until it gets to battlegrounds. There's quite a lot of battleground action, but that's not until 10 to 19. That battleground, the Warson Gulch, is quite busy, and then from there on it sort of dies down, and you won't really get that many queues until you're level 50 to 59 for the final bracket, as there's a lot more players at that level. And it wasn't Frostbolt, it was Arcane Intellect, which is fine. It would be nice to get Frostbolt though. So I've only been playing on this server for about a month as well. I haven't been playing on it since the start. Like I said, when I started, the bracket, the limit was 49, so I missed all of the level 19 limits and 29 and 39. I think it would have been quite interesting when everyone was stuck at level 19. What I'll do is I'll put links in the description of this video to the website and to how the progression can work. Like, they've already got a schedule written out that you can go and check and just sort of see when they'll be, well, sorry, not when, but what the next release will be. At the moment, it's level 59 part, or sorry, they say phase A. Or phase 1, I can't really remember what they've called it, but it's essentially a part 1 of part 2 level 59 phase. As in the next phase of 59, I think they're releasing Upper Blackrock Spire. And then after that it will go to level 60 with Molten Core only, and then they'll be releasing more raids later on. I have sent over some bags and level 5 wand, because that's quite important at this level. To get those wands, they do so much damage, it's pretty much pointless even using Fireball or Frostbolt when you've got the lesser magic wand. Right. I'm going to hand that one in, and then probably go over to the go and do Millie's Harvest. I was talking about how it's more focused on PvE and helping each other out, so when you queue for random dungeon finder, you're actually queuing with Horde and Alliance. So when you get into a group, you'll be grouped with people from the opposite faction, which is it's nice. It gives you a few more players to group with, so the population just feels better. We'll have a look how many people are online at the moment. I have seen it over 1,000. I don't know how. So it's 882 people online at the moment, and that is Horde and Alliance. The server feels nice and busy. As you can see, there's, well, we've gone a bit too far away now, but you can see there's new characters being made all the time. The battlegrounds are quite interesting because when you join, you can't actually join as a group, and when you enter the battleground, you enter as a random faction. So I could queue as this Alliance Mage and actually enter as an undead mage on the Horde side. So there's no such thing really as Horde always win, or Alliance always win. It doesn't matter because it's shuffled every single time people enter. And it's quite cool entering as different races. It sort of mixes it up a little bit. You don't get different racials. Like, it doesn't affect your racial. I'll always have every man for himself, even if I enter as undead. I'm not going to get Will of the Forsaken and cannibalize. But it just changes the look and feel of your character. And it's not like human always enter as undead if they're Horde. It's completely random. I could go in as a Blood Elf Mage. I think it has to be a race that can actually be that class. For example, I couldn't go like Tauren Mage. At least that's what I've noticed so far. I'm pretty sure it can't happen entering as a race that can't actually be your class. You do also get experience for killing other players in Battlegrounds, so you could technically level from level 10 to 59 in Battlegrounds. You get experience for capping flags, you get experience for winning games. So it sort of adds a little bit more incentive to play Battlegrounds. And one of the really nice things about this server is the portal room, or the portal trainer, whatever you want to call it, actually has portals to every major city of your faction. So there's no waiting for the tram, or if you're Horde, you don't need to wait for Zeppelins. You can literally just go to the portal trainer, click the portal, go to whichever city you needed to go to. There's no waiting around, which I think is quite a nice quality of life perk. Waiting for a Zeppelin doesn't really add anything to the game, in my opinion. It's just a time gate. Oh, I knew I'd do that. I never check the cost. I just go straight to learning it. I'll get that sorted in a second. Oh, and respecs are also completely free, which is really nice. You can just mess around with different specs and not worry about how many times you can do it, because you're going to run out of money or saving up just to do some respecs. You can just keep respecing, try something else. If you don't like it, respec again. That's definitely one of my favourite aspects of this server. I can't remember if you can actually just jump up there. Probably just wasting time, yeah. I'm sure you can, but I was just struggling. Right, and I am going to be using Frostbolt a lot more. A lot more than I'll be using Fireball anyway. Frost Mage is definitely my favourite spec when it comes to mages. I love being able to freeze targets and getting that extra crit damage when they're frozen. Having the water elemental that can do a Frost Nova at your mouse click is really nice as well. I will probably be doing quite a lot of PvP. Seeing as PvP is definitely one of my favourite aspects of this game. Didn't actually check it was the labourers that I need, but it is. Also, the auction house as well, that's another thing that I've forgotten to mention. It's essentially the Blackwater auction house, which is the cross-faction auction house, so you get a lot more on the market. There's a lot more blues and epics for you to buy. And blues and epics on this realm are ridiculously cheap. You can buy like a Kroll blade for about 15 gold. Warden staff is about 3 gold. It's really, really easy to gear up, which is nice. You can just sort of buy some initial gear quite quickly before you then go into the dungeons and work on actually getting your best in slot. Not everything can be bought, of course, but it does help give you that boost when you hit the level 59, just being able to buy some epics and blues. But also while leveling, you can buy a lot of gear, just a lot of blues to level with, and they're cheap. You also get rewards from Chromie. Chromie will send you mail every... I think you get a reward at level 10, and then possibly 19, 29, 39, 49 and 59. I can't really remember all of the brackets that you get a reward from Chromie. I'm not going to say what the reward is, but it's helpful, and it's a nice reward. I mean, of course, if you keep watching this playthrough, then you'll see what the reward is, but I don't know why I thought Garrick was over there. That's the Warlock quest. Hopefully he's alive. Is that... Oh, of course he's dead. I have no idea what the respawn timer is. So I'm just gonna kill some of these. Might as well grind out some experience while I wait. No point in just standing there waiting. So I'm interested to know who's watching this because they also play ChromieCraft, or are you watching this because you haven't played it yet and you want to see what it's like? When it comes to professions, I'm probably just going to grab skinning it's a really nice money-making profession on this server. Stacks of leather go for like 5 gold once you get to sort of medium leather. Light leather I think only goes for about 50 silver, but that's still quite nice at, you know, when you're level 10. And he's there. Should probably go and rush over to him before someone else grabs him. Nice. I would kill myself just to get a free teleport over, but I don't think it's really worth it. It's one nice thing about the human starting zone is that the quest hub is like right in the center of where you can go for quests, or where the objectives are, should I say. I think I've got a hand one in. Do I need to go back to Millie? Genuinely can't remember. No, I don't. Oh, camera's bugging out a little bit. I hope the volume's okay on the game as well compared to the microphone. I've got absolutely no idea if the balance is okay. You'll have to let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. There we go, level 5. It's quite nice and easy. It's obviously going to slow down a little bit later on, but it'll be really nice when we can get into the random dungeons. It's great for gear. This is the patch where you get the guaranteed blue item at the end of a dungeon run. So I've just run between these two farms, this one and over there, and just handed in the quests to get the Bernice's necklace quest and all of that. I also, of course, went to Goldshear, just changed the Hearthstone, and also picked up some bags. I needed that space, and also the wands. So I've got the level 13 wand for later, but more importantly, the level 5 wand for now. Which is really nice if you run out of mana. I also picked up skinning as well, which is quite nice. As I was saying earlier, it's good for money making, but also the crit chance, as it is the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. You do get the essentially passive abilities, well actually some active. You get those additional abilities with your professions. I'm probably not going to bother with tailoring or enchanting. Not too sure what I'll do about a second profession. I don't normally bother, to be honest. I know it's pretty lazy, but I knew he'd just got out of range there. Or out of line of sight, should I say. Didn't realise there'd be another one there. Oh wow, he's actually... actually nearly killed me. So I think we just need to stand by this crane to get the explore. No? Okay. This is a lot more dangerous than I thought it was going to be. I need him to run. Wow! Okay. That didn't happen. So that was a really stupid mistake that I definitely don't need to do again. Do you know, I think I realised, I think I went to Gold Shear without actually getting my level 6 abilities. I can't remember what I should have, if it's Polymorph or Fire Blast, but should definitely have at least a little bit of extra damage at this point. Well, that's quite a nice two-handed axe. Shame it's completely useless for me. I do actually have some new gloves. And there's Goldtooth. Oh, I have no idea. This might be a bit too much. I did also hear someone else in this cave fighting, so I'm just going to tag Goldtooth, and then if someone else comes along I can invite them. Okay, I might have to use another potion if he's hitting. Yeah. I still haven't got the scout through the mine. All of a sudden I was thinking, am I even in the right mine? I'm definitely in Fargo Deep Mine. It's got to be this bit down here that gives you the quest. It was a bit of a ridiculous path over to me. Some of the pathing of like hunters' pets and NPCs is really strange. They just take such ridiculous routes that don't really make any sense. Like there's loads of invisible walls. Right, I need to be able to make some bandages, yeah, that's good. Yeah, and in that time, I think I'm going to die again if I do this, but yeah, of course. I'm not going to be able to spam Frostbolt with all of those on me. I don't have any potions, so I'm going to have to just get the explore. There we go. Scout through Fargo Deep Mine. Mobs can't daze you if from the front. They can only daze you from behind, so it's worth just facing mobs if you're running away. That way you know you can't get dazed. So you can sort of strafe, face them and strafe. So there's that one done. And what I'll do here is I'm just going to be lazy and get a free teleport over to Goldshear. Seeing as I'm level 6, you don't get any resurrection sickness, you just suffer the tiny bit of durability loss, which obviously at this level is, even with 68% durability, it's 2 silver, 19 copper.
Good day to you. Hello. See you later. Need help? Life bless you. Hey there. Have a dinner. Safe travel.
Right, let's go and have a look at the Mage trainer and see what I missed. I'm sure it's Fire Blast, is it? Fire Blast and a new Fireball. Okay, great. Alright, well I'll probably leave the first episode there. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you do have any questions about this realm, then feel free to ask. I do have a level 59. I've played through from 1 to 59, so I can answer any questions about up until there. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, then please do like, and I'll see you in the next one.